Hey there, what's up? This is Neil Napier. Just give me a very quick one in the chat box if you can hear me okay, and two, if you can see the screen as well. I want to make sure that the audio is coming through fine, we are good, and then we can get into it. Okay, awesome. I'm just going to wait for a few ones and twos. Let me stretch the screen a bit. Fantastic. Cool, I think we are good to go, so let's get into it. Today on this session, you're going to discover a completely automated formula to sell anything you want and generate passive income. So as long as you have something you want to sell, could be an affiliate product, could be your own product, your own service, it doesn't really matter. And also it doesn't matter what industry you're in. I'm going to show you how you can set up automated workshop funnels for yourself and generate passive income. And what you're going to have on this webinar today is, I feel, a real transformation. Because typically when you go to different webinars, you get this information overload. You get thrown a lot of stuff at you. You come out of it feeling, okay, that was good, but I'm not sure what to do. But today on this webinar, I'm actually going to chart you a path so that when we're done with it, when we're done with all of this, you will be able to go out there and set up an automated selling process for yourself. Now, before we begin, I want to make 4 important agreements with you. You and I need to agree on this. If you agree on this, stay with me. If you don't, you may leave. That's okay. Number 1, I'm going to make a conscious effort to not share big numbers, hype things up, or even the result of others. My focus today is transparency, to show you what we do, what works for us, and how you can emulate that. But number 2, I want you to be active. Respond to me, take notes, and be mentally prepared to take action. Because if you're not going to do that, you're going to waste your time, you're going to waste my time too. If you're coming to the session today, if you're staying until the end, I'm hoping that you are going to take action. Number 3, this is a business. No results are typical. All businesses need work and energy, so you got to take ownership. You have to take ownership of everything I'm showing you today. Your results depend on you. They don't depend on me. I'm the guy who can show you a tool that you need, but you have to execute this yourself. Okay? And yes, today at the end of the session, I'm going to present you an opportunity where you can get our webinar automation platform, which I think is probably the best deal ever. And you're going to get that today. Okay? So stick with me to the end. And I'm going to show you how you can supercharge your webinar results just like we have done as well. Because over the past 10 years, I have personally launched more than 30 products using the same automation formula and collected millions of dollars in sales, all through the power of automated webinars. So automated webinars have worked exceptionally well for us over and over again. Actually, the number is closer to 50 products, but we have in fact collected over $10 million in sales of our own products and over $2.5 million in sales for affiliate products as well. And today I'm going to show you how to do this for yourself as well. So who is this workshop for? If you're an entrepreneur, a coach, or a consultant, and an affiliate marketer, this is right for you. Okay, this is a session where you need to be, because I'm going to show you how you can plug in your offers, your high ticket products, and sell those. If you're a local marketer, if you work for one, if you're a video marketer, course creator, or anyone for that matter who wants to sell something on autopilot, this session is going to be really powerful for you. But if you're just looking for some quick cash scheme or unrealistic results, you better go away now, because this session is not it. If you don't have basic skills and don't know anything about technology, you may struggle a little bit. Look, if you can record a video, if you can hold up your phone and record a video, if you can use PowerPoint, this is fine. You're in a good place. But if you can't even do that, I would strongly advise you to go back first and do those things. If you're not going to set aside an hour per day to focus on this model, and if you're going to chase new shiny object every single week, you're just not going to get the best out of today's session. Because when you're done watching today, you're going to see a potential opportunity, but you have to go all in. You have to invest not just your money, but your time, your energy, your focus as well. Okay? Because today I'm going to give you a 3-step formula that I follow to create simple workshop funnels where I direct people to a pre-recorded workshop where I provide them value and things that they're looking to buy. And if you do the same thing, if you do exactly what I show you as well, it's going to work exceptionally well for you. And here's what works for me, by the way. And you went through the same process as well when you got on this session, most likely. I create a workshop registration page. I send people to that registration page. I run automated webinars for those registrants. and I keep repeating it over and over again. So every single week we could be sending out emails, running ads, posting on social media, sending people to an automated webinar, which when the sign up starts instantly or starts in an hour, however you want to set that up, you're going to see that today. But once we do this, it automates the process of revenue generation for us. And that to me is the most important thing. Because if we can control revenue generation in our business, we can grow for a long, long time to come. A long time to come. Now, let's talk about selling online using an automated workshop, because to me, that works the best. I mean, I've done over 1,000 live webinars and they're great, but I'd rather do them in an automated way if I can, because then it's not a drag on my time. But look, before we even start, let's address the two elephants in the room. And yes, there's two of them right now. Number one, with so many other methods available out there, why should you use workshops to sell courses, software, and other products? I'll give you the actual numbers a little bit later. I'll kind of break them down for you, but I can tell you this. If you are looking to sell something for, say, $27, $37, $47, you can send them to a sales page. It's fine. People are going to buy, because at that price, some people do what we call impulse buys. They're just like, oh, this looks shiny, I'm going to press the button and buy. But if you're trying to sell something for a couple $100, $300, $900, $97, $5,000, $25,000, sales pages don't work anymore. They stop working. Webinars are the only way, workshops are the only way where you can get people on, deliver insane value, and make an irresistible offer, and they'll bite your hand. They'll bite your hand for that. That's number one, first elephant in the room. Second one, you do not have to be the best of the best expert in order to sell something online. You really, really don't. I think maybe in one of the next slides, I'm going to show you like some of the people that are doing this. Yeah. Like, okay, this is one of the people, Russell Brunson, the second one, right? You see that? He's exceptionally good at running webinars. Now, I mean, he wasn't always, but he's exceptionally good. Like he's 20, 30, 100 times better than I am. Really is. I don't mind saying that. But can I still make money by running webinars? Yes, I can. I've sold a very similar product like he has, and I have made money selling that. So you don't need to be the best of the best expert to sell something online. You just need to draw in the people that you attract. If you draw in those people, they will buy from you. Because what you present, what you have, matters to them. And workshops work. I mean, just some stats to throw at you, but this is important to know. 72% of consumers prefer watching a video over reading text. 20 to 40% of webinar attendees turn into qualified leads. So if you're selling, something coaching, let's say for 5,000, done for you 25,000. When you pitch that on a webinar and say book a call, 20 to 40% of webinar attendees are like, you know what, this is so interesting, I'm going to book a call. I want to learn more. I want to see if it's right for me. You don't get that from a sales page. And typically on webinars, 5% of attendees purchase. Like we aim at 10% depending on the price point, but 5% is a good number to be at. And in the B2B industry, 74% of marketers say that a webinar is the best way to generate high quality leads. And again, we're not just talking about leads that opt in into a sign up form and say, okay, make me an offer. We're talking about qualified leads here. And there's no reason why you can't be doing webinars when elite marketers do that as well. Tony Robbins, Russell Brunson, Neil Patel. Neil Patel does a lot of automated webinars. You know the last one? He was giving out free hats with his book. Alex Hormozy. Right? So all these people have built multi-million dollar empires running webinars. I have not. I mean, we've made over $10 million as I showed you in sales, but doesn't mean I built a multi-million empire, but we still make good money using webinars. So if others are doing it, I want you to do this as well. But let me ask you a quick question. Answer for me in the chat box. Have you ever bought a $200 product while attending a live or pre-recorded workshop? Let me know. I'll get some water. Have you ever spent $200, $500, $1,000 on a product on a webinar? Yeah, Neil from you. Okay, good. Yeah, all the time. So yeah, we spend money going to these webinars, learning what they're teaching, and like, this is really good, I want to buy too. I do that too. Not all the time, but like once every 3 months. I do that too, right? Because when you go to these webinars, you get offered a software, a membership site, or a mastermind, or an info product, and you buy it. Why? Because that person on the workshop has built insane value with you for like an hour or 2 hours, and you're like, you know what? I want to give them money. You bought it. Other people will buy it too. Because on these webinars, you get organized information, step 1 to step 2 to step 3, do this, do that. It works. We're able to give a live demo on the webinars, like you're going to see today. We're able to give upfront value on webinars. And that engages people. I'm sure you've heard of the reciprocity principle. The Hare Krishnas use it all the time. They go out there and, they give a rose to someone. And the other person feels so obliged, like a typical rose would be like, $5. So the other person's like, okay, here you go, $10. And the roses probably cost them $1, if that. But this allows them to use the reciprocity principle to give something up front and get something in return. And when you provide value, when you do all that, you become a really good salesperson. Like for me, by the way, I'm not a ready-made salesperson. I didn't have any sales experience before getting in. I remember my first webinar was just a mess, right? But I was able to sell because I gave value. I was able to sell because I gave people something that they were not getting from somewhere else. That could be perspective, that could be value. Because the fact is, people do buy from workshops and they do more of it every single year. Webinar and webcast market size was valued at $1.15 billion in 2022, and it's projected to reach $4.79 billion. That's more than 3 times by 2030. That's a very, very impressive growth rate. Very impressive growth rate. And if you want to learn how you can do it too, then please do stay with me until the end. Because I'm going to show you something. I'm going to show you something that's going to blow your socks off. And the people that take action today will be able to sell anything they want in any industry, regardless of their experience and regardless of the price. I'm going to give you the exact roadmap that we use all the time as well. Now, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you this question. Type in a yes or no. If you could demo your products and services every day and run automated workshops like Tony Robbins and Neil Patel do using the same system responsible for generating over $4 million for our clients, would you do it? If you could just pre-record a video, you don't have to be on camera, pre-record a video, a demo, anything for that matter, and run that every single day on autopilot, every single hour on autopilot, would you do it? Yes or no? Yes. Who wouldn't? Right? Who wouldn't? Because if you can do that, you can quite easily sell more premium offers for your business on complete autopilot. Because the absolute most important part of your business is getting consistent sales on autopilot so you can generate passive income. Look, I didn't get into this business to make a salary, which I'm pretty sure you didn't either. I got into this business so 1, I could make money, and 2, I could make money while spending time doing things I actually wanted to do. Play sports, be with family, that sort of thing. Right? So that is by far the most important part of any business, because if you can get passive income, you get more sales, you have to do less work, you get automated revenue, you get better customers and clients, your business grows, you get to live your dream life. You can take the morning off, go play golf if you want to. You can take a week off, go to the beach. You can take a month off, travel around the world. Do anything you want. Because the biggest shortcut to passive income is having a proven system that automates the whole selling process, which is again the entire focus of today's session, because 60% of sales professionals say the automation is important to their overall strategy. 88% of small business owners say the automation allows their company to compete with larger companies. That's a big thing. They can now compete with larger companies. And I say the easiest way to generate passive income is by automating your sales process using a proven system. So again, if you believed all the stats by now, if you believe Tony Robbins, Neil Patel, all those people, then believe me as well. And here's how I intend to make this by far the most valuable hour of your life so far. Maybe you'll have a better time doing something else later, actually making money, but I want to show you this over the next hour. I'm going to prove to you that you don't need to be an expert, at least the way you think, to sell your knowledge and skills. Like I was talking about the Brunson thing earlier, right? You don't need to be as good as Brunson to sell. You need to be as good as you are. That's enough. I'm going to reveal my 3-step formula to selling anything you want online and doing so fast. I'm going to show you how to create the perfect workshop that sells every time with the power of AI. So if you can use AI, by the way, and this is a tool that we have ready, and it's going to be amazing once it's out. It's going to take another 4 weeks, but you get it too today, by the way, if you want to. You can create the perfect workshop. Plus, I'll also give you access to our 24 pre-recorded workshops and products that you can sell to make instant commissions. So if you like affiliate marketing, if you like the idea of just recommending products, not having to do support, not having to answer technical questions, just saying go watch that webinar, they do when they buy, you're going to love this today. And again, at the end of today's session, I'm going to give you an incredible opportunity to get our all-in-one webinar solution. And I just realized that I hadn't done something which I had to do. And by the way, I started this journey to replace my job, literally. So I was living in England at that time, and I had to make $8,000 in 6 months so I could continue to live there. That was about £6,000, and that's why I started doing something online. It didn't work out for me then, but it set me on a path which brought me here with you today. And today, I help people streamline their businesses. That's been my key focus because I've been able to achieve both time and financial freedom. And I'm going to teach you how to do the same as well, just like we've been able to do. And what we're more proud of in our business is the fact that we've been able to help over 100,000 people that are using our products actively and growing their business as well. We've changed hundreds of lives of students with real world training tools and courses. And fellow entrepreneurs, my colleagues as well, I've helped them break free from the shackles of limited income with the winner mindset to help them positively look at how they can change their revenues. And in all this, I've helped create a chain of independent affiliates, which hopefully you're going to be as well after today, making a handsome income online, doing a few hours of work every single week. And by the way, if you do stay until the end, I'm going to give you a very, very cool bonus package. So please make sure that you stay until the end. My team's going to drop a link for you at the end, and they're going to give you something extra exciting for just being here. So 3 secrets that I've been hinting at that I'm going to show you today in depth are these. Number 1, I'm going to give you the passive income formula. I'm going to show you how to generate passive income by selling anything you want, no matter how big the price is. It could be $200, could be $500, $1,000, $5,000, $20,000, $50,000. I'm going to show you the steps that you need to follow every single time to get that sale. Now, of course, if you're selling something for $50,000, you may have to take a few more steps. You may have to do a bit more one-on-one, but at least when that time comes, you'll have a really qualified candidate if you follow what I show you. Number 2, I'm going to show you the automated sales system, which is how to automate your sales process with a simple, completely automated workshop funnel from a single app. And number 3, like I said, you'll have the opportunity to get access to an all-in-one webinar technology that helps you do all of this. So let's get into it. Let's dive in. Secret number 1, the passive income formula. How to generate a regular hefty passive income online, selling anything you want, mid and high ticket, using automated workshops. Now, I've been in this industry for a long time. And when I say long time, again, I started back in 2012. Back then, we didn't have anything for automated webinars. The best you could do was send people to a video on a sales page where they can watch the video, after which they can buy. There wasn't even any delayed button. So I've done the hard graft in my time. I've done things the boring, the draining, tiring way. I've sent hundreds of cold emails. I have wasted time with no sales. And even when I've created exceptional sales funnels, like my team knows this, we've put in like hours and hours of our time doing it, it's still given us average results. Especially when it comes to mid and high ticket offers. If you've got a funnel, where you price something at $27, $7.97, okay, maybe you'll sell something with cold traffic. But if you send cold traffic to an offer directly at $2.97, $4.97, $9.97, you're gonna fall flat. You're gonna lose a lot of money. Because when I did that, all I got from those funnels was measly conversion rates, like terrible conversion rates, not enough to cover the ad cost, not enough to cover the email drop costs, and the customers I did get were a little bit difficult to manage as well. And every day while I would hope for results, they would not come. So instead, when I was doing all this hard graft, I felt like a failure. I felt like I could not actually crack the thing that I really wanted to crack. But look, all of this makes sense, right? I'm telling you about my sob story, how I struggled, but all of this makes perfect sense. Why would someone buy a product if they cannot see a live demo? If they cannot get in-depth details? If they cannot get their questions answered on the spot? Like maybe you don't mind dropping $27 or $47, $97. But if I ask you to drop $500 on this, and I just send you to a sales page, You're going to be like, nah, because I've got questions, or I don't know everything that it does. I want to hear from the creator. You're not going to buy. And it's completely understandable. So when I look back, I realize now why people were not buying when I was driving ads or email traffic to offers at 297, 497, 997. The friction was too high. So my goal became to find a way to give my customers what they wanted to make, to give my customers what they wanted to make a buying decision so I can get more sales. If I can give my customers everything they need in one sitting, value, live demos, Q&As, in-depth details, if I give them all of that in one sitting like I'm doing now, would I make more sales or not? I did. I made a lot more sales. So what I really wanted to do in my business was to get rid of those failed funnels and finally be able to get sales from my mid to high ticket offers. And when I switched to workshops, the sales started flowing in. When I say workshops, by the way, it's a little bit similar to a webinar. There's not, at least in terms of how you execute it, it's quite the same. The differences happen in how you position it, right? So how much training you're giving. Workshops usually have more training, they're a little bit more hands-on. Webinars like these, a little bit more value driven, and then there's an offer at the end, right? It's a slight difference in terms of how they execute it, but the concept of it is the same. And they work because customers get to see a demo, they get to get their questions answered, and they get to see in-depth details about the product that I want to show to them. But in all this, there was a problem as well. Now, there was a time when I was single. I could do this day and night. I mean, I remember back in, I think it was 2019, I ran 5 live webinars back to back. I started 11 a.m. Eastern, 1 p.m., then 3 p.m., took a break, 5 p.m., and then 8 p.m. I did 5 webinars in one single day. I'm getting older. Don't have that kind of energy anymore. I've got family now. So what I would prefer to do instead is now automate the entire process so I can spend more time with them while the sales are still coming in. So I wanted to take all the workshops I've done and automate them so I could run them again and again and again for different audience. But again, remember, if you do live webinars, you have to do them live. And before automated webinars were perfected with a tool like what I'm going to show you today, you would have to basically just send people to a page with a video. So it doesn't really have the same meaning, right? It's like me saying, hey, you could go to, I mean, not that you want to, but you could go to a Taylor Swift concert, or you can watch a Taylor Swift concert on TV. Which one would you prefer? Probably neither of them. But if you had the choice of attending, let's say, I don't know, a football game or a baseball game, if you could go watch a baseball game live, or if you could watch it at your home, which one would you prefer? So doing automated webinars the right way is like watching the baseball game live. It actually feels a lot real. And as we figured this out, as we executed this, we realized that all we needed was 3 simple things to automate sales for all of my offers. And I want to share these 3 simple steps with you. Give me a quick 3 in the chat box if you want me to, and I'll go ahead and do that. Larry says LOL. That means Larry wants to go to the Taylor Swift concert, I think. Okay, awesome. Quick 3, fantastic. Let's keep going then. Let's keep going. All I needed was to create a simple, completely automated workshop funnel. Okay, so now before I show you how to create these automated funnels, let's play a little game. I want all of you here to answer either A or B. Okay, so just in chat box for me, answer A or B. Who has more chances of getting a high ticket sale? The person on the left is A, the person on the right is B. Someone with a sales page that explains everything about the product with long form text copy is A, or someone who qualifies a prospect and runs a complete workshop where customers can see product in action and get questions, answers to their questions. A or B, which one would make more sales? It's a rhetorical question. I think you know the answer to that. The answer is, of course, B. Customers would rather prefer to buy from someone they listen to for an hour or longer, rather than a sleazy sales pitch on a really badly designed sales page. Now, let's go into a 3-step automated funnel process, because with this formula, selling mid and high ticket offers becomes much easier than ever. So here's how you can automate your sales process. You need 3 things. You need 3 simple things. You need a registration page for a workshop. You can, a page where you can explain, give all the reasons to people why they need to sign up. It's the same thing you did, most likely to be on this session. Then number two, a simple landing page. So a very simple landing page that people can use to basically understand more about what they're going to learn on the session once they've signed up. And number three, an automated workshop, not a video. Not a video, not a browser they can just close anytime and forget about it, but an actual room like this one where you are in right now, an online room where they can watch an automated workshop. That's all you need to do. That's all we did, and we repeated this over and over again. And the simple formula works. If you can improve the conversion rate of your webinar registration to like up to 59, 60%, make more money. Right? If you can get your landing page, if you can make an offer there and get conversion rate as high as 51%, it works. And workshop funnels and upfront value wins every single time. It wins every single time. So again, I want to just draw this process for you in case it wasn't clear. Hopefully this works. So you drive traffic to get people to sign up to a session, okay? Like a automated session, like not this one, but yeah. Then you get people to wait on a landing page where you can tell them more about what they're going to learn. You can make an offer, do whatever you want to do there. And then you get them into a room where you give them value. I made a box. That's what, to me, a room is like. You give them value, and then you make an offer. That's what we did. And again, it works every single time. And I started looking for a platform that would allow me to run automated webinars without any limits. And do so for thousands of people if I wanted to. Honestly, there are tons of platforms out there that do automated webinars now. It wasn't the case in 2012, but now they do. But all these platforms had a hefty recurring price with limited features. So on average, if you look around, a webinar platform plan can cost you anywhere between $150 and $500 per month, like GoToWebinar. And GoToWebinar, by the way, does not even do automated webinars. Right? So we wanted to bring out something to you that's actually easy, effective, and affordable. So we created an app. Now, this was actually a few years ago, so it's not like we created an app yesterday, but a few years ago, the people that I work with, they created an application, a software application that lets anyone create workshop funnels and run live and automated webinars without spending a ton of money each month. And the automated webinar works like a charm. It works every single time. And today, I can confidently run automated workshops, provide value up front to my audience, and get sales for any of my high-ticket offers. So with this idea in mind, and I've just kind of given you a run through, I'll give you a demo in step 2, but with this idea in mind, can you see how easy the whole selling thing becomes when you have an automated passive income formula in action? Yes or no? Type in the yes if you realize that, hey, this could actually be really, really easy for you. Larry, Neil, Kevin, Gene, all of you saying yes, fantastic. Okay, good. I'm glad you're still with me. And again, remember, the best part about this formula is that it works regardless of your niche, location, or offer. The platform that I'm going to show you today, the platform you're on now, is used by over 10,000 customers, not end users that watch webinars, but actually 10,000 customers that create webinars, automated webinars, and sell stuff. And it's generated over $4 million for its clients. So again, that's the passive income formula. Let's talk about the automated sales system soon. Now look, I'll tell you this about the automated sales system. That's secret number 2, that when you're doing this, there's a lot of things you need to do at the same time without the right tools. Because you've got to get your landing pages done, you have to get your emails done, you have to get your, you have to pixel people properly, you have to run the webinar, all those things. Like if you try and do that without tech, it just will not work. If you try and use tech, you'll mostly end up paying recurring. So what we have noticed is that when we automate things, it allows us to test more. It allows us to actually experiment a little bit more. So this is a really good example, right? This is a regular funnel without automation. So there's no workshop there. We just send people to like a front end offer sort of thing. And this is what we get. We got that much traffic, as you can see. We got that much revenue. So EPCs, like earning per clicks, is about $1.79. Okay, so 8,000 people went to that page. Altogether, spent about $15,000. So we made about $1.79 per visitor. That's okay, not that good. But when we did automated workshops, when we sell bundle deals like you have seen before, I'm sure, this was a result. With the bundle deal, 2,400 visitors, and this is, by the way, the same product. With the bundle deal, 2,400 people saw it, and they spent $36,000 on it. So again, the price here is jumping from about $37, I think it was, or something like that, to $247 or something like that. So number one, the price jumps. Even the conversion's better because we're actually engaging people using an automated webinar. And then because of that, the earnings per visitor are like almost 10 times. Earning per visitors are 10 times because we are doing automated webinars instead of those regular funnels. So what if you had access to the world's first and only workshop funnel automation tool at a one-time price, and I'll reveal the price later, that lets you run live and automated workshops with ultra low latency. And this is really important, by the way. I want to talk about latency too, because I'm sure you've been on those calls, especially from across the world, where there's like a delay for like 5 seconds, 10 seconds, the video is delayed, the audio is choppy, all those things happen. What if you had high latency, so you weren't plagued by any technical issues, and you would just have a really, really good response with live and automated webinars? Now pay very, very close attention, because I want to show you inside JetWebinar, a platform that's going to help you generate revenue and attract new prospects by running both automated and live webinars. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to walk you through that. Let me see Larry's question. You mentioned workshops are slightly different than webinars. Was the last call sales on a workshop or a webinar? Was the last call sales? I don't think I follow, but workshops basically are done so that you give a little bit more value than webinars, right? So it's just the mechanism is a little bit different. That's all. Last slide. Okay, let me see. 1 second. Let me go back. What if you had access to world's first and only workshop funnel automation tool that lets you run live and automated workshops? Okay, let me just see what you're saying. So this was, again, I'm talking synonymously because we mostly run wide webinars, but I know people like our customers also do workshops. Like in the Make Money Online market, it's typically referred to as webinars, but in the other industries, workshops. So this was webinar, just like this one, like literally no different to this one. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and look inside JetWebinar. I'm going to show you how this platform works. I'm going to show you everything about it so that you can be up and running, and you can do these webinars yourself as well. So let me just refresh this. Okay, there we go. So the very first thing you will see when you come in is your dashboard. So you'll probably land somewhere here. So you'll see all the statistics like visitors, registrations, registration rate, all those different things. And the very first thing you'd want to do is create an event. You can do a live webinar, pre-recorded webinar, or you can host a meeting as well. So if you have a team, for example, you can host a meeting with them. Let's go ahead and create an automated webinar. So I'll call this one, give me 1 second. I will say this is JetWebinar automated demo. And then I can choose a time zone. But to be honest, time zone is not relevant if you want the webinar to run every hour, which is how I like to do it. Right, you can also get webinar to run instantly, which is fair, but I like the webinar to run every hour. So when people look at it, they can be like, okay, I can sign up at any time. Alternatively, you can just have a recurring schedule. It's a bit more setup. You can choose a weekday. Okay, I want it to run every Monday at this time, and then I want it to run on that time and so on. Right, I just prefer hourly. So let's do that. Time zone, whatever you want. At this point, doesn't really matter because every hour. Next. Let me just pick this for a second. Okay, let's go back to dashboard. I'm going to do this one more time. Run hourly. Next. Okay, done. There you go. That's it. Like literally, that is how quickly you can set up your new webinar. Done. But of course, I want to customize it more. Like, if it's an automated webinar, I want to change up a few things. So I can go in, I can set this up to be a paid webinar if I wanted to. So you could even set like paid classes, if that's what you wanted to do, right? So you have to configure, I think, Stripe in there, and then you can choose a price. And then you can limit the number of options, how many options to show at any given time. I would say 2 is enough, or 3 is enough, so people have more reason to sign up instantly. You can choose webinar length. So let's say the webinar length is 90 minutes. Usually it's quite long. Then you can save these changes. Then let's go back. You can change the style. So you can edit the brand now. I'll show you, like, you can create your own brand. So you can go in here. You can choose your own logo, right? You can put your own logo in here. You can put your own colors. You can choose all these things. Essentially, you can create your own brand that represents your company. Okay, let's go back to events, automated webinars. So this is the webinar they were working on. Let's go back in. Okay, so branding. Then let's look at the registration page. So this is, again, the very simple registration page. What I can do here is I can change the heading. So I can say JetWebinar automated webinar. That's fine. Then I can put subheading, say, come join us now. I can change the background image if I wanted to. I can change where this shows up. So dynamic left, done, save. And then you can see this goes over here, right? And these are the details from the previous page. So people will see, when do you want to sign up? These are the times available. Put your name and email address and sign up. That's what they're going to see. Done. You can do the same with a thank you page. This is the landing page I was telling you about. So once they do sign up, what you can show them, they're going to see the timers as well. So that's great for them. Then you can also change the webinar room, like what the webinar room looks like, right? So you can change this, remove this branding as well. Right now this is default branding, but you can remove all this. So you can have your own branding in place. Same webinar room as you see now. Then you've got the emails. People can send confirmation emails as soon as someone signs up. You can send reminder emails, multiple. You can send follow-up emails. You can send emails if they did not attend. You can send emails if they abandoned early. You can send emails to all attendees. Everything from here. All of this is built in, so you do not need any other tool. You do not need an email automation tool for this. It's all built in. Then you can collect as many registration fields as you want. If you want to collect phone number, that's fine as well. If you want to put your GDPR consent box, you can do that. All these things. Enable custom thank you page. If you want people to be redirected to a thank you page of your choice, you can put Facebook pixels here, Google pixels here to track them. Inside the webinar, this is where you add your file that you're going to play automatically, right? So you can choose one of these files. So for example, I can just take this one. And you can also take a file from a previous live webinar. And then you can enable pause and rewind buttons. I would not recommend that, but you can do that if you wanted to. When an attendee arrives, start video at the beginning, or drop-in point. I think drop-in point is good. And you can have chat as well. You can have moderated chat, so someone from your team can go in and answer questions if they come up. Hide participant list, all those things. You can also have automated chat messages. So at a particular time during the session, you can drop a message, right? You can have automated call to action buttons. At a specific time, you can drop a buy button automatically. You can do all these things. When the webinar is finished, you can send people to replay page if you want. Okay. Then you can integrate with third-party tools. Like there's a few integrations built in right now, Zapier, ActiveCampaign, Mailview. There's a few more that you have to set up in the backend. So you can move your leads over from JetWebinar to Mailview, to ActiveCampaign. You can do that as well. And then finally, you get a list of all the attendees right over here. Right here. So this is how you can further advance a webinar that you've created. If you don't want to, that's fine. Just do the bare bones stuff. That's okay. And once you do that, the registration page is ready. It's good to go. Let's go back to general. This is the webinar URL. You can share this with people. They can sign up and they can watch this webinar in real time. All right. How does this look so far? Does it look easy? Does it look like something that you can do very, very easily? Do you get a list of registrants even if they don't attend? Yes, you do. The list is yours to keep, Daphne. Delphine. The list is yours to keep. Okay. Do you have to have a domain name for each webinar? No, you don't, Neil. You start with your own main domain name. Like in my case, this is one of the companies that's using JetWebinar. It's called Essential Pencil, but you're going to have your own. Okay. It is very, very easy to use. It's the easiest software for webinars that you will ever see. And trust me, I have used a lot of them. I've used a ton of them. So again, same thing with live webinars. You also get analytics, right? And then the automated webinars, you can do meetings as I talked about. And meetings are really cool because at least in my team, I meet with people and you can have the same meeting room all the time. So you don't need to recreate that every single time. Then you can see all the attendees here and you also see your calendar link. So you can see what events are coming up. So you get a bird's eye view on all the different events that are coming up in the next month, week, or the day. Okay, so that's also built in right over here. And then here's the cool part. You can even have affiliates. You can add affiliates that can drive participants to a webinar so you can track and you can pay them accordingly. But also you can pay them for the paid webinars. So when you track if any of their customers bought the product, if you want to pay the affiliates, you can do that. You can do all the branding work here as I showed you, right? So within the branding work, I'll show you this one. You can choose a brand name, you can have a logo, and this some description like colors. You can see the colors are different here as well. You can do all of that. Choose the fonts too. When you record a webinar, you get the recordings right here, and then you also get the transcripts over here. So if you're doing any webinars and you want to do transcripts for those two, you can get transcripts here as well. All right. You don't have any, I just showed you, Neil, we do have third-party integrations. So we have them with Zapier, ActiveCampaign, and Mailview. I think there are a few more, but like I said, you have to kind of set them up in here first, and then they're more available throughout. So yeah, we do have them. Is there a lot of attendees for meetings? For meetings, you can have 10 attendees concurrently. So 10 people at the same time, James, right? For webinars, depending on what you get today, so we're going to talk about that. Depending on what you get today, you can have either 100 or 500 live attendees, unlimited auto webinar attendees, but concurrently 100 or 500. Can you auto register attendees from an email list? Yes, you can. So you can go to an event, we were on this event, for example. So I'll go to this event. So actually, let's go into automated webinars. And I'll go to this one, attendees. You can upload bulk registrants right here. But if you do, please bear in mind, don't spam. If you do, your account's going to get shut down. Okay, obviously. There's no hosting. Evo, yes, you're participating live. All right. Okay, there's no hosting required. It's all managed by us. I didn't notice, are you able to download your list? You can. So I'm not going to go and show you that now, because if I go to attendees where the list exists, then you're going to see all the attendees. But let me just show you. Give me 1 second. Maybe I can go to this one. There's one attendee signed up for that. Let's go to attendees, and you can export the list as well. There you go. Okay. Any other questions? I mean, isn't this just the simplest to use webinar platform that you've ever seen? Let me know in the chat box. When I saw this being sold, and I want to show you like how much this is being sold right now for on their website, just so you can get this for context. If you go to the pricing, JetWebinar, this is selling for anywhere between $10 a month to $197 a month. If you go to annual, that's 8 by like 96 per year, all the way to $1,884 per year. That's expensive. That is very, very expensive. But again, I will tell you that today you're going to get a really exceptional one-time price deal. What about landing page and registration page? Mike, I showed that earlier, but if you want, I'll quickly show you that right now. But I'll just do it very, very quickly, okay? Because I want to continue and actually make you the offer. But just to show you here, let's go to registration, or style rather. Here's your registration page. So you can change the text and everything here. You can add even like bullet points. Let's go for bullet points. Okay, let's go for all these. There you go, bullet points. Done. Oh, done, save, cancel. There you go, bullet points show up here as well. Okay, so you can do all these things right over here. So all that is possible. Okay, having said that, let's go, because I want to give you the offer in just a few minutes. Look, as I mentioned, this webinar platform has been around for a while. They've been around for over 6 years now, I think. If I'm not mistaken, they have over 10,000 users. Some of them came from an early one-time deal, but a lot of them came from recurring user base. So this company has a really good MRR, ARR, so they're in it for the long term, but the users are happy. Overall, high-quality automated webinar software at a low price. Overall, we're going to run all our webinars on this platform. It's a lot easier to organize than with all the tools we had before and foremost, and we like the quick and responsive customer service. Then excellent webinar platform for lots of attendees. We were able to actually have question answer sessions with webinar attendees with no delay. That's the most important thing. If there's a delay, people are going to quit. So this is the kind of product or service that you'll be able to get access to today. Now, here's a fact. Automated webinars are the best way to sell anything online. I think we've proved it time and time again. I mean, I did that in the beginning, and I'm doing that again for you now. But you can make good amount of money by running on-demand webinars, and people sign up and they attend them. They just do. Customers love them because they can watch them at their own time. I mean, when you restrict people, like sometimes we do as well, it's good and it's bad. But when you restrict people that the webinar will only be available at this particular time, if they can't show up, they don't show up and they don't buy. Wouldn't it be easier if people can just attend the webinar at their own time? That's what we do. Now, if we hold your hand and show you how you can run live and automated workshops and use them to sell anything online, do you in that case see yourself making sales for your products and services? If I can hold your hand and show you how to run live and automated webinars, do you feel confident that you will be able to do this? By the way, one thing I didn't show you, and we're just kind of putting finishing touches on that, is a webinar AI tool that can help you actually create your webinar title, webinar description, webinar outline, webinar script, everything. I didn't show you that today because it's not fully ready yet. It's another 4 weeks that we're expecting it to be finished, but you'll be able to get access to that today as well. So, who wants to know everything you're getting today as a part of this webinar special deal? Let me know. Who wants to know everything today that we can offer to you as part of this deal? I do. Awesome. If I miss some questions, I promise I'll come to them later. Bilal, you can make a note of them, so we'll attend to them later. Okay, so here's what I can show you right now. People that are buying through regular funnel are going to be buying this. They're going to go buy a JetWebinar commercial license at $67 where they can do live webinars, meetings, automated webinars. They can get custom branding, single presenter, run up to 30 webinars a month. They get all these things like free and paid entry webinars, 100 attendees per webinar, all those things. Okay, so they get access to all the core features and some bonuses as well for $67 one time. Then they're going to see the JetWebinar Pro upgrade. Now with that upgrade, they're going to get unlimited live webinars and meetings, unlimited pre-recorded webinars, unlimited email automations, more recording storage. You can bring up to 5 presenters, live polls during webinars, and a whole lot more. Okay, they'll be able to get all of that. Then on top of that, they'll be getting this JetWebinar done for you upgrade, which at one-time price is $197. Where we give, it says 24 done for you webinars every month. That's not correct, by the way. I apologize for that. But they're going to get 24 done for you webinars. You're going to get 24 done for you webinars. Now, these are webinars just like this one that we have done, and we have made them generic with no branding. So you can just upload it just like I was setting up the automated webinar. You can share the links on social media. You can share the links via email, any way you want. People can sign up and they can come and attend that webinar and buy from your link, and you get paid. You get the slides in that case, you get the webinars, you get approved as an affiliate as well with us or with our partners. You get approved. Everything is there, and some fast action bonuses as well. So you get that. Plus on top of that, and this price is wrong. I told my team to fix that. It says 197. It's actually 297 one time. But there's an AI tool that, like I said, we are done, but it's not properly in the UI yet. So it'll take another 4 weeks. But with this, you just answer a few prompts and you'd be able to create webinar titles and descriptions. invite emails, replay emails. You'll be able to create an entire 7-figure webinar script. You'll get a winning webinar outline that you can copy and paste into PowerPoint, and it's unlimited usage. Think about that for a second. Unlimited usage. You can create one webinar like that. You can create hundreds. It's entirely up to you. That's $297. Again, the price there is wrong. It's supposed to be $297. So altogether, what we're giving you with this bundle deal is a commercial version, the pro version, done for you webinars, 24 of them, and webinar AI tool as well. Plus, on top of that, for people on this session, we're going to give you JetWebinar Smart Academy and JetWebinar video hosting. So Smart Academy is one of my years and years of work. It's about 7 or 8 years of training that I've done. I've collected it under one roof. There's about 60 to 80 hours of training in there. You will get access to that as well. On top of that, you also get access to video hosting. I'm not sure how much is included, but it's a lot. I think it's probably about 20 or 100 gigabytes of video storage that you get, and you'll be able to enjoy that for yourselves as well. Now, look, in order to guarantee that you have everything in place and so you can start making profits from one day, I want to make you this deal. I want to make you this deal so you are able to enjoy everything that you see on the screen right now. I don't know why there's nothing after fast action bonus, but I think these two are the fast action bonuses. Now look, altogether, the value of this entire thing is pretty huge. The value is really huge. But we'd be able to sell this. If you were doing one-on-one calls with you, honestly, you'd pay $5,000 for this because of how much value you're getting. Just think about the 24 done for you webinars. Just add them, and every single day you talk about one different product, and then repeat it month after month after month. And even if you get one sale a day just from that as an affiliate, and these webinars are priced about, let's say on average, $300. So you're selling in a month about $9,000 worth of someone else's products. You're getting paid $4,500 in a month, and you're not doing any support work for that. All you're doing is you're getting people on that webinar. So that's pretty good ROI. So I think you'd be willing to pay $4,997 just for that. Now, that's a big investment. And like I showed you, if you were to go buy this at the unlimited price and you don't even get the done for you webinars and such, you only get the software, even that is going to cost you a lot of money. That's going to cost you a lot of money. But because we are doing this live session with you today, in this workshop, I want to cut down the price from $4,997 to $1,997. And again, let's do the math here. Let's say you run 3 automated webinars. Instead of so many that I talked about, you just run 3 automated webinars with 20 to 50 live attendees and use Webinar AI to prepare a webinar or use a done for you pre-recorded webinars. Worst case scenario, only 3% of the people convert, right? Let's say you suck at it. You're really bad. It's your first time, like it was for me. First time running a webinar, first time's always tough. You do that. Even with 3% conversions, you would have made 10x of what I'm asking you to invest today. Even with 3% conversion. And 3% is really, really low. We usually aim for 10% at $997. So even at that price point, you would have made 10x of what I'm going to ask you today. If you repeat that process 3 to 5 times a week, you can make at least $5,000 to $7,000 in pure profits. So when I said proven results, these are proven results. And because you're here today, because I'm asking you to take action during the special launch training, the special launch price of this is going to be $397. If you comment, link in the chat box right now, my team's going to drop a link to go and get this. And on the sales page, you will see a discount coupon for $50. For $50. So go ahead. We're going to drop the link for you in just a second. I'm going to, in fact, you know what? I'll do this right now. Get JetWebinar bundle. And I'm going to drop the link. Give me 1 second. There you go. I think Bilal already did, but I'm pretty sure I have dropped it for you as well. Okay. I think you should be seeing this right now on your screen on the top left. Get this now. Get JetWebinar bundle. Click on that link, and I'm going to walk you through this in a minute to show you what's included, like what you're getting. But that's the link you need to go to. And if you use the coupon code on that sales page, you get $50 off as well, right? So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to go and click that button. When I click that button, it takes me to this bundle sales page. You can read through it if you want. You can scroll to it, whatever you want to do, that's fine. but use the coupon code JetBundle, buy now, and you'll be able to get $50 off instantly. Okay, let's do that right now in front of you. I'll show you how easy it is to apply that coupon code for yourself, and I'll also explain you through what's included like right on this page in just a minute. But let me go to this page. Okay, so let's put the coupon code JetBundle in. Once you do that, it will bring down the price to $347. Now, please do bear in mind, this is one-time price. Do bear in mind, if you're using this, if you're checking this, you know, at a later time, it is possible that the deal doesn't exist. But right now it does, the coupon code. Now, let's go back for a second. I'll tell you what's included here. So you get access to JetWebinar Commercial. You can see all the limits, everything that's included right here. You get access to JetWebinar Pro, where you can run unlimited live webinars. You can have unlimited pre-recorded webinars, email automations, more recording storage. You can 5 presenters, run live polls, and more. You can get the 24 done for you webinars. You can get Webinar AI, which again, like I said, is done, but will take us about 4 weeks to deliver to you. JetWebinar Smart Academy and JetWebinar video hosting. Plus, on top of that, you get all these bonuses. You get training with me. You get pre-registration email sequence that works for us. Opt-in page creator, advanced webinar framework. All those things are included for you. Every little thing. Now, here's another thing I want to tell you. When you go to that checkout page, when you're buying it, you will see an option on the top right here. Let me zoom in a little bit. For JetWebinar Mega Bundle for $120. You can choose this and you can add it to your cart. Let me explain what's included in this. Number one, JetWebinar Reseller. Now, I explained this before, but when we are releasing this offer on JVZoo, it's for a limited time only. And once that time ends, we're going to stop selling on JVZoo. Like, I'm not joking. We usually don't. Most of our products are evergreen. JetWebinar is a little bit different because JetWebinar is already doing exceptionally well at recurring prices. Creators of this platform do not want us to be selling this forever at a one-time price. So it is limited. So what's going to happen is that you will get reseller rights to this. That is, you can get, I think it is, they're going to give you 40 to 50% commissions on all the recurring plans. Typically, they give you 20%, but because you're getting the mega bundle, they're going to give you 50%, 40 to 50% commissions on these plans. Number one. Number two, we give you JetWebinar Enterprise for 1 year as well. With this, you'll be able to unlock 500 live attendees instead of 100. You'll get the affiliate feature as well, and the transcripts will be included too. So you can unlock 500 live attendees, affiliate feature, and transcripts as well. Plus, you also get AI Webinar Domination course. This is something that I have done before. I basically taught people how to use ChatGPT, free license of ChatGPT to create webinar content. I'm going to give you that. Plus, you also get Webinar Income Machine, which is my behind-the-scenes training on how you can run webinars yourself, how you can learn to run webinars and make a good income using them. So you get access to everything that I have shared with you today. If you're in, by the way, type in your transaction number just so we know, just so we are able to give you these additional bonuses, like these ones, especially JetWebinar video hosting, JetWebinar Smart Academy. So we got to take down your name and we got to hand deliver them to you. So make sure you let us know in the chat box when you buy it. Neil, done for your webinars. Are you speaking on them, Peter? Yes, it's either me or maybe Todd Gross, maybe Abhi Dwivedi's team, maybe Ben Murray. It depends. But it's a bunch of other vendors. Okay, so it's a bunch of other vendors that are there speaking. So if you want to get the bundle deal, like I said, consider the mega bundle deal too. It is not available by itself. So this is the only time that you'd be able to go ahead and get this deal as well. All right. Questions, anything I can answer for you right now, please let me know in the chat box. I'd be more than happy to answer those questions. I want to make sure that you walk away from this session feeling confident that you got an incredible deal, you got all your questions answered, and finally you feel that you are able to automate the selling process or whatever product, whatever service you're selling right now, and you can do so passively. So again, let me know in the chat box, and I will make sure that I answer your questions immediately. All right, 1 second. There we go. Cost of enterprise after 1 year is $197 per year. So just so you know, right now, if you were to buy enterprise on their website, it's $197 per month. But after the 1 year, you will only have to pay $197 a year. if you want. There's no monthly price, I think, or maybe there is, but it'll be 197 per year for you. We just didn't want to force that on you. That's why we didn't make it, didn't offer to you at that price. Is there a link to front end? Jeff, we can't give you the link to front end right now. I would say just go ahead and check out some of the emails that you're getting. That may have a link to the front end, and you can get that. But that will be $67 by itself. Okay, Jean-Luc is in as well. Jean, that's great. Is there a way to reposition chat pop-up on mobile so it doesn't cover up the presentation? I have to check. Now, look, I mostly attend this webinar on my computer. Okay, but yeah. I'm in, says Andres. Andres, that's great. Randall Templeton, I'm in as well. Randall, that's great. Fantastic. Who else? Let me know. Gainer answered your question about the about the enterprise. So I hope that's clear. Okay. Any other questions, folks? Please let me know. I'm more than happy to answer you. More than happy to share what's working for us. And trust me when I say this, webinars are by far the easiest way to make a sale. Because all you have to do is get people on a call like this one, deliver value, and just by that process of delivering value, people trust you more. People are more likely to buy when you spend time with them. That's what you're doing here as well, right? And again, just to repeat, Mega Bundle, I talked about this, but Mega Bundle, you're basically getting access to JetWebinar Reseller. It's selling for $297 in the funnel, but you get access to that for pretty much like a steep discount, right? Then you also get JetWebinar Enterprise for 1 year. Regular price is $197 per year for that. And after 1 year, if you wish to continue, you can contact the team and they'll let you in for $197 per year. You get AI Webinar Domination and Webinar Income Machine, two of my best courses around webinars as well. Now, all that is worth $688, but like I mentioned, you'll get that mega bundle deal for a one-time price of $120. So again, keep your yes, I'm in coming in, so I know you're in, so I can confirm that. Neil, I see your sale as well. Did I hear there are additional annual charges? Kelly, only if you want the enterprise version after 1 year, only then. Otherwise, there are no recurring charges. So if you're happy with 100 attendees, live attendees, 100 concurrent attendees on your webinars, it's a one-time price. But even this is a one-time price, but just for the first year. I hope that's clear, Kelly. Good question. Good question. Okay, let me just see. Okay, is there a way to reposition chat pop-up on mobile so it doesn't cover a presentation? Gainer, the team said not in the middle of a webinar. Not currently. No. Jean-Luc says I'm in as well. Fantastic, Jean. I think I saw your sale coming through. Let me just confirm. Yep. Yep, I think I did. I did. Okay. Okay, fantastic. Let me just go back. Oh, I think you saw Bilal's screen there, but that's it. And then let's go through the presentation again. So look, I could have easily turned everything that I've been sharing with you here inside this bundle into separate upgrades and offered you those, charge you a lot more. In fact, just so you know, people that are going to buy each and everything one by one are going to be spending $700 right now. And they'll be locked in at spending, I think, about $400 a year after that. $700 plus $400 a year next year onwards. You're getting literally everything for $347. Plus, if you choose to, you can go the mega bundle route and get for $120 the additional stuff as well. Okay, so there you go. Coupon code, Jet Bundle, apply. So for you, you'll get everything for $467 that people are spending $700 on right now, and then they're going to continue to pay $400 or so per year, and you'll be getting access to that for $197 per year if you want to renew. Okay, let me see other questions. Jean-Luc wanted the enterprise version, the Star Trek. That's a good one, Larry. It's a really good one. Okay, Glenda's into, Ken Cobb's in as well. Fantastic. Thanks, Neil. Nice platform. Hamburger menu appears, button appears randomly and disappears on mobile. I'll check that out, Gainer. Thank you for that. We'll have a look at it for sure. Okay. Again, the mega bundle deal is so good. That is why I want you to just spend an extra $120 on this. And remember, all of this, by the way, everything that I'm offering to you is covered with a money back guarantee. No questions asked. Right? We might ask you for some feedback, but you get this now and you're like, Neil, you know what? I tried this. not for me, that's fine. Here's your money back. Thank you so much for at least trying it. That's what I'll say to you. Thank you so much for at least trying it. Okay? All right. Good. Good. I'm in, Neil says as well. Neil, fantastic. I see you. Yeah, just don't drop your emails, folks. Rest everything is fine because, everyone can see your chat, so don't drop your email address. Yeah, the mega bundle offer, by the way, is for the first 30 people only. Once we get to 30, we're going to close it down because I'd rather sell it for 297 plus 197 a year instead of giving it for 120. Okay. Any other questions, folks? Anything else you'd like to ask, please let me know in the chat box. But again, one more time, I want to show you, this is the entire deal. Actually, let's go back a few more slides. Okay, this is the entire deal that you're getting. And any questions, anything you want to know, please ask. More than happy to walk you through the webinar platform again. More than happy to show you what branding stuff you can do in there. Okay, let's go and do that right now. So let's go ahead and edit a brand. So I'll pick this one randomly. And here I can put a logo. So I can choose select files to upload. I can pick a logo from here. Let me actually go to mailviewer.com. And I'll see. I'll find Mailviewer logo online because I usually don't keep it on my computer. Okay, let's go save this. Okay, Mailviewer logo. Let's go back here. That's our logo. Crop. Done. Save. Upload. Okay, it's a bit blurry because obviously I didn't choose the best video, but the best image, but that's okay. Let's call this Mailviewer. Company name Mailviewer. Mailviewer.com. And footer text Mailviewer 2019 to 2024. Presets, I could do that. Background, I can choose background alternate. Text color, I want it to be a bit more Mailviewer color, so let's go and check. I use this extension, which, color picker, that tells me what color something is. Like this one is, the code for that is this one. I'll copy it and I'll paste it here. So I want the text to be, one second. I'll go to this again. So it is 165, 199, 112, 165, 119. 165, 119, 112. No, that's RGB. Hex. Oh yeah, hex is what I want. Hex. What was that? A5C770. Okay. A5C770. Okay, there you go. That's what I want. And I'm going to save this. And there you go. The color text changes. I'm going to change this as well. Primary A5C770. Save. And there you go. You can see all the colors are changing. So you can customize it as you want. It is entirely up to you. Okay, all the colors, as you can see, you can change the font. So the text could be, for example, I could say, I want it to be Montserrat. I like Montserrat. Size, I want it to be medium. Save. Done. There you go. So the entire layout changes based on what you want. That's how you control the branding. The sales page says single presenter and then says bring up to 5 presenters. So 5 presenter is for the bundle deal. So I'm guessing, Matt, are you on the bundle sales page? What sales page are you on? If you're on the bundle sales page, okay, I'll explain this to you. So first, the commercial version has 1 presenter. But if you go the bundle deal, you get JetWebinar Pro, where you can bring up to 5 presenters. So yeah. That's it. So you're getting the commercial version, then you're getting the upgrade as well. So you're going from 1 to 5. So the real deal is 5. Okay, cool. Awesome. Any other question, folks? Anything else? Please ask in the chat box. Let me know. Still here. More than happy to answer you, more than happy to show you something that I didn't show you yet. I want to make sure you get the best bang for your buck. You get everything you want to know right here, right now in this session, because once we close this out, once we go away, unfortunately, I won't be here to answer your questions. You'll be left stuck thinking what you could have asked. Okay, so again, this is a really good time to ask your questions, get clarification, make sure you know everything before you purchase. And remember, even then, you're covered with a 40-day money back guarantee. Peter, where's Lou gone? Lou doesn't work with us, Peter, anymore. He hasn't since the end of December. Can I get the pricing of the sales page link? Jeff, we shared that, but I'll do that again in a bit. There's no agency license here, Maurice. We don't have an agency license for this one. Okay, we'll drop the offer for you one more time. I think it should be on the top left, which says get this now, get JetWebinar bundle. So you can go check that out. Okay. Let's go back to the presentation. Any other question, folks? Anything else that you'd like me to share with you, please ask. Let me know in the chat box. It's an incredible deal. Something like this does not come around very often for the simple reason that you can look around. I challenge you to look around and find me a webinar platform, a live webinar, automated webinar platform selling for a one-time price. I can promise you, you won't be able to find one. It does not exist. It simply does not exist anymore. Okay, so I've answered that, Bilal, I think, so that's fine, that's done. By the way, what do you think about this webinar? Like, are you happy with the experience on this platform? Are you happy? Like, did you feel that there was a technical glitch that you couldn't work around? Was it easy to use for you to get in? Would your customers find it easy to use as well? Okay, Marie, we're gonna you'll see the purchase link and the discount code on the left of the webinar, but Stan, I see you're in as well. Bilal, could you please drop that to everyone one more time, or I'm going to find that and I'll drop it to everyone. Give me 1 second. There you go. Okay, this should go to everyone as well. What is the attendance during live webinars, Maurice? So, like I mentioned, if it's if you get the bundle deal, you get 100 people. But if you get the mega bundle deal, then it'll bump up to 500 people live. Where can I find the list of everything that is included? It's on the bundle sales page. So just go to the bundle sales page and there's an entire list. Everything that's included is right there. Glenda, is that okay? Let me know. Okay, let me see if I missed a question. I think I did. Marie, I think I shared the buy link, so you should be okay. Are done for you webinars available outside of bundle? As a separate offer, yes, but I think they're available for $297 one-time price. So yeah, I mean, they are, but it's expensive. Okay. All right. Cool. Let me just see. Any other questions? Gina, I hope I answered your question, but done for you. Amin says math as well. Glenda says, thank you. No problem, Glenda. Happy to help. Happy to help. Awesome. Anything else, let me know. I mean, look, the last time we did a live webinar, live and automated webinar platform for a one-time price was back in 2021. So 3 years ago. Since then, we haven't offered it because, technology has just become more expensive. Like, things have really just become more expensive. That's a fact. But I genuinely think that this is the best offer that you're going to see for months and maybe a year to come in terms of webinars. Nothing else will give you live webinars at a one-time price. Every single platform. And actually, let's do a quick search here, right? Go to webinar pricing. I'll look for ever webinar pricing. What else is out there? Yeah, let me know in the chat box. What other platform is out there? Oh, there you go. Demio, Webinar Geek. Let's see. Webinar Geek, Demio. Go to webinar. You'd pay. I see in euros, right? Because I'm in Europe. But for GoToWebinar, if you want 100 participants, okay, there's no plan for 100. There's like for 500, but you'd pay $99 a month with them. Then you can have add-ons, so you can pay more. But $99 a month is what you pay for that, or euros. So that's $129 a month. Is it annual even? Give me 1 second. Let me just check. I don't even know what this is. But yeah, it is expensive, right? Then every webinar is, let's go to this. Every webinar you pay $4.99 per year, and you get automated hybrid. You don't get live webinars with them, but you get a lot of features that you get from us as well. Then I think I saw Webinar Geek. It was, let's see how much Webinar Geek is. So Webinar Geek is $69 a month, 125 viewers, so close to us. Everything in basic, 16 presenters close to us. We have like 10 or 5, I think it is 5. Session limit, yeah, we don't have one. So yeah, automated webinars, so they have that too. Yeah. So they charge extra for integration. So you get like all of those things with us for pretty much a one-time price. I mean, I would look at this as an investment in your future, that 3 months, 6 months down the line, if you're like, hey, I want to run a webinar to my audience today, I want to run an automated webinar, that's what you will do. And by the way, when we do the webinar session, when we do the training sessions, of course, they'll be on JetWebinar as well, because I want you to get full experience from them. But also, we're going to be showing you how to use the done-for-you affiliate webinars we give you to make money, right? So we're going to go behind the scenes, and I'm going to show you how to use the done-for-you webinars to make money with them. Okay. Awesome. Anything else you want to know, please ask. Happy to guide you, happy to help. No worries at all. Let me know. All right. What are the done for you webinars? So I don't have a full list in front of me right now, but they are basically our products from Todd Gross, from Abhi Dwivedi, Firas, all these people. Basically, they are webinars that I know have converted really well, and we are getting you affiliate approved from them. So you can just load up the video inside your account. You can add the buy button, and it's just going to roll through. That's what they are. Can you have live people during automated webinars? Yes. Yes, you can. So you can have your team, basically, if that's what you mean, Maurice, sitting in there answering questions. But if you say asking questions, I don't think I follow. I mean, you can simulate chat as well, right? So you can pretend that people are there asking questions at like 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. So you can do all that. Can I confirm that you don't have to use any third-party integrations at all? Email autoresponder. That is correct, Neil. Only if you want to transfer the lead somewhere. Only then. Okay, let's check on Zoom pricing as well. If you were to use Zoom for webinars, and by the way, Zoom has, I don't know if you've noticed it, but Zoom has started to have really, really crappy lag. Like there was no lag today on the session, but Zoom has started to have really crappy lag. So that's a bit annoying. Let's look at US dollars and events and webinars. And this is subscription based. So if I want, okay, 500 is a minimum for webinars, but if I want that, it's like 79 a month. And you can't do automated. I don't think you can. I think they have add-ons then. Yeah, like cloud storage is included with us, transcripts are included, stuff like that, but they're charging extra. So yeah. Okay. As an agency, can I create a webinar for a local business? Absolutely. You can create a webinar for a local business, no problem at all. That's fine. Yeah, no third-party integration is worth its weight in gold. Exactly. You don't have to worry about third-party integrations. So yeah. Sorry. Matt, I see you're in as well. Good. Okay, I don't see a lot of new questions coming in which case I'm happy to close this out soon. Mega Bundle says, Ellie, awesome, fantastic, good to see you as well. It really makes me happy to see all of you action takers jumping in based on my advice, knowing that I'm here for you, knowing that we're here to support you in your journey to sell your products and services. Look, some of you are going to just take the done for you webinars and use those. Great. But some of you are actually going to finally get off your butt and start selling your own products and services at mid-ticket prices, making good money. And I'm excited for that. I'm really, really excited for that. Okay. Questions? Anything else, folks? Let me know. And I'll just see if there's nothing else, then we can wrap it up. Lifetime or yearly? Maurice, so it is lifetime. Like everything I've offered you today is lifetime, but just that if you get the mega bundle and if you want 500 attendees in the future as well after 1 year, it's going to cost you $197 a year. Neil says, great piece of kit. Did I have to send my receipt to have additional bonuses? No, I've seen it here. Like, if you said you're in, then we're going to cross-reference it, and you're going to get an email with your bonuses. If you don't, you can always reach out to us at support@kvsocial.com, but otherwise, we'll have them to you, no problem. No problem at all. Okay, cool. Anything else, folks? Anything else I can answer for you right now? Please let me know. Otherwise, we're going to wrap this up. And then I look forward to seeing you on our training sessions. All right. So take care, everyone. We'll talk soon. Have a great rest of the day. Jeff, for that, you got to go, just type the domain name in, Jeff. Just type the domain name in without the bundle. Okay? Thanks, everyone. Bye.